green.
Good morning, folks, and welcome to this week's episode of CoD and Coffee. I'm your host, Ghost, and I'm sitting here right next to Victor. How you doing this morning, man?
I'm doing pretty good, buddy. How are you?
I'm doing terrific today.
You sound
I'm just tired as fuck.
That's understandable.
So as far as everybody is probably aware, Infinity Ward has officially dropped their 150 player battle royale. Everybody's playing it right now. I've had a few days myself here with the mode to tinker around with it. I've been having a lot of fun with it, to be honest. It's kind of been dragging me away from certain other games and bringing me back to this one a little bit, which is nice. I find that the multiplayer mode in this game is probably completely dead. Probably completely dead. Warzone's fun. I like how they have simplified and streamlined the mode. You know, it's a lot more simplified. Like they took a lot of aspects from multiplayer and they are taking it over to the battle royale mode. I love the fact that there's no more inventory or backpack or anything. Like, you just pretty much worry about your HUD and what's on your person. You don't have to worry about heals and syringes or, inventory space or what you want to keep or don't keep, because simply what you see on your HUD is what you have. You have your one or two tacticals and your one or two lethals and your primary weapon and your secondary weapon. There's no armor system where there's level 1, 2, and 3. It's everybody has the same armor and health.
And I love how you go around and just collect little armor pieces and stuff like that and just heal your armor. I love how your health itself, honestly, after 5 seconds, kind of goes back up a little bit or something like that too.
Yeah, no,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It works just like it does in multiplayer. You don't have to worry about it's either syringes or med packs or whatever you want to call them.
Right.
They do have the syringe to
skyrocket
heal yourself really fast, but honestly, in this mode, it's kind of
pointless.
It's kind of useless because there's other things that are way more useful to you in those types of situations, like a heartbeat sensor or something like that. But they've done a lot of really nice things with this mode that I like. They've taken a lot of things from other BRs that I've noticed, which is, nice. You can tell that they definitely did the research and took a little bit of time with this game mode. I have a couple gripes and complaints about it, not too many. Just to get those kind of out of the way really quick here. The map size. To me, it's a good thing and a bad thing, because this map is big.
Definitely.
It's big to the point where you can go sometimes upwards of, 5 to 10 minutes without seeing anybody, and that's constantly moving too, not being a camper or anything, that's moving from building to building with the storm and everything, and sometimes it just takes a long time to run into people. And then sometimes you'll have matches where I feel like the kills just keep coming and it's non-stop. But you know what I mean? I feel like this map should have been just maybe a smidge smaller. But they're also talking about trying to up the player count. If they up the player count like they say they're going to, up to 200 from 150...
It should balance it out almost.
We'll have to see, you know what I mean? I have some issues and concerns with there possibly being, 200 people. Like, that's a lot of people to put on the map, dude.
That is true. That could cause a lot of glitches and lag or some shit like that, I think. Too.
Well, not only that, but, like,
mistaken.
sometimes even right now with just 150 players, it takes a long time for a match to load in, or for you to really find everybody to...
It's funny how you say that, because I did have a couple times, just a couple, last night actually, to be exact. I actually did wait a good almost 2 minutes to even load into a match, though. It was kind of weird.
Well, yeah, and that's
especially
even,
for a new mode.
And that even sounds pretty fast. Like, I've had upwards of times where me and, you know, my friends are sitting there trying to play some Warzone, and we were waiting upwards, 5-6 minutes to get into a match.
Okay, so you got it worse than I literally waited 2 minutes, honestly. But it was like, even 2 minutes to me, it was like, holy shit, for something that's only been out for like barely over a week. It's like, damn, I figured I'd be loading in quick.
I felt like on day 1, it was a little worse. Day 2, it got a little bit better.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, I felt like it even got a little worse again.
I don't know, it's kind of flip-floppy, but I mean, it's only been a little over a week, so I mean, I'm going to give it a little time.
It is still in beta. Apparently, there was a glitch on day 1 or something where the lobbies absolutely would not start unless there was 150 people in it. Damn. Like, exactly 150 people. But
right.
They fixed that, so now it loads in with, like,
at least
I think 130 something, and then the match will still load.
Okay.
Which is cool, which should make it so your matches load in a little bit faster.
Right. I didn't notice that little one, but I was like tripping. I was like, wait a minute, why is this taking so long?
I love the fact that in the waiting lobbies you can actually shoot people and do damage and hurt them and die yourself. And
yeah, I do
back
too.
And forth. Which is pretty cool. It actually gives you something to do while you're, sitting there waiting for the match to start.
Practice your headshots.
Yeah.
And I love how cool I've died quite a few times in the pre-lobby, but I actually do love this little detail of the fact that, like, in the lobby it'll randomly start you with just some random gun. I've started with like snipers, or and I get killed in the lobby and drop back into the pre-lobby, and I have a different gun. I was like, this is kind of cool. Kind of give you, it's kind of in a way, I guess they're kind of giving you a feeling of different weapons while you're waiting, I guess, if you know.
Yeah, I love it when they drop me down with a crossbow. That shit's fun.
I haven't had to drop down with that, but
yeah, that shit's fun.
But all in all, though, man, I mean, this mode is definitely taking a cake in my book.
One of my other biggest concerns for this mode at the moment right now, and I know, like, people are they're either gonna disagree with what I have to say, or I have a feeling a lot of people are gonna kind of agree with what I have to say, even if they don't like it. So the loadout things, like the loadout drops that we get, honestly, I don't think need to be in this game mode. Personally, myself, I think they need to be taken out, like, just completely. But I can understand how maybe somebody would want to make it so they were maybe a lot more rare, maybe cost a lot more money. But for me, and I think for a lot of other people, these things take away the purpose of a battle royale game, which is to drop in, scavenge whatever you can find and survive with whatever it is that you scavenged. And you kind of get what I'm saying? Whatever it is that you looted throughout your journey to survive with.
Which makes sense, because I mean, I guess the point
in this game mode, especially if you drop with a good team and the way that it's set up now, the very first objective that most people have is to get enough money to buy a loadout pack, drop it, and everybody on the team gets all their loadouts with all their guns, all their perks, and that's in the very beginning of the match, usually within the first few minutes. You know what I mean? So then you're literally spending the rest of your match maybe looting for ammo and money, but that's pretty much it. You know what I mean? Like, you're not looking for anything else because you're already completely stacked up with everything that you need, making looting pretty much pointless.
You're right, and honestly, I guess that's an unarguable point. That really is, and that actually makes perfect sense. But I mean, I guess like you said though too, I guess people could go either way with it. either, in your case, just take it out, and I can agree with that because I didn't think about it. I really didn't, because I was too focused on how cool the loadout was to really think of the long run of it. And you're right, it does take away the purpose of a battle royale and the point of survival, But on the other hand, what people, I guess I could hear people saying though too is, make it like a nice little gift package for victory or something. I don't know.
I think
however you want to word it, but I mean, I guess I don't know. There's like so many two different directions you can go.
I think it's way too much of a crutch thing for people to use, and it does take away the purpose, kind of the mode of looting and surviving. Mm-hmm. Because you could just get your ultimate favorite loadout of whatever it is, what I mean?
$6,000 or wait for a random one, whatever.
And then it just pretty much makes the rest of the match just waiting and killing. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I think that these loadout packs also, they contribute to the camping problem that this game has. Which this mode, the camping problem is way less, just because of the simple fact that people do have to move because of the storm and, things like that. But you still do definitely run into a lot of campers. And I think that taking away the loadout pack is going to force people to move more from building to building and whatnot, because they want to find the next better thing. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They're going to always be looking for either, can I find the next, gold gun? Can I find the next golden AR? Can I find the next golden, submachine gun, or whatever it is that they're looking for? Because it's not easy to find the golden weapon in each category for whatever you want. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
I do. Yep.
And that's kind of the motivation that keeps people constantly, moving in a BR.
Oh, by far. I mean, dude, I'm having a blast. I keep finding like all these nice little orangish, reddish crates with all these, like a gold gun. It always has like a gold gun and a purple gun.
Yeah.
And, you know what I'm saying? The blue crates, and I think there's green ones too. I'm not mistaken. Each one has its own little set of supplies, which I think is really awesome, by the way.
Exactly. So, I mean,
it's like literally finding mystery boxes everywhere.
Personally, I think that the loadout crates should be removed. If not removed, maybe made extremely a lot more rare and up the price on these things.
Up the price of the things and quit dropping them so often.
Maybe
honestly.
Instead of $6,000, and I know people might hate me for this, but maybe instead of $6,000, I would say to double that price at least.
I'd say 20 or 30, honestly, because you're getting everything you set up, so you should honestly make it more than $6,000, because $6,000 and you can get literally exactly what you want. I mean, I actually have to agree with Ghost here on this. I mean, either freaking up that price, like double that, or in my opinion, I say make it 10 or 20,000 for a loadout crate, since you're literally going to get what you set up. That's my personal opinion.
Maybe, I don't know, because
it's just that rare.
When you're pushing $30,000, that's way too high. Just because I'm starting to think about it, and $10,000 is even quite a bit to come across in this game. You know what I mean? I don't know. I would think.
I mean, Plunder, you need $1 million to win.
I would think around maybe 20 is even a little bit high, but that would be, I think, a good number.
15,000, 20,000.
Like about 20.
Either way, make it more challenging to get it if you're gonna keep it.
You have 3 people, you know what I mean, that are all scavenging.
Touche, you're right.
You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. So it shouldn't be that big of an issue to reach 15 or at least 15,000.
Only about, $6,000 or $7,000 each for each player. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And you should have it. That's not too hard to come across. No,
I mean, dude, last night I had over $10,000 in my bank when I was playing almost every single match.
So there's some essential things that you're gonna want to use in this game mode. Of course, what we just been talking about, the loadout thing, you guys need to abuse that. But besides that, there's some very essential things in this mode that you're going to need to achieve the victory, or even just do well. Maybe go for some really high kill games and whatnot. you're going to want some UAVs. A very smart thing for you to do is for each person on your team to have one and to save that bitch right close towards the end of the match. And then once you all use your UAVs at the same time, you get an advanced UAV and you can see everybody on the map.
Whoa. Okay, so this is new for me. Because I haven't really played with a solid team yet. But so you're saying if me and my other 2 teammates use our UAVs exactly pretty much at the same time, it pretty much...
You get an advanced UAV, yes.
Okay.
So you can see exactly where everybody's at, which direction they're pointing, you know what I mean, which way they're going.
Okay.
All that stuff. Chase the Doritos. That's what I used to always call it.
Chase the Doritos.
Because on the map, they look like little...
Nacho cheese Doritos.
Yeah.
You just like chips.
Maybe. I am kind of a fat kid. Anyway.
Anyways. That's cool. I'm going to actually try that out. That's actually kind of cool. I'm going to try that out tonight.
But yeah, no, this mode is really cool. You can definitely tell it's still in beta. You know, it's got some flaws.
But every game does,
then again, at the same time, it's very interesting. It's very intriguing, and it keeps me wanting to come back and play more. You know, and that's definitely a good thing because this game has been lacking my attention and interest for quite a while now, and this mode's starting to pull it back.
It is. It really is. And I'm not going to lie at all. 100% honest truth. I love the fact that I can have a couple different score streaks in this battle royale too to kind of cover my ass.
Yeah, and they don't overdo it either.
No, and that's the cool thing about this is I actually, believe it or not, I have not. Okay, one or two times I have tried to kill my opponents with it, but I mean it's that you get a warning. But I actually love using like the cluster strike to force people to kind of turn their back so I can actually pop their shot on them.
To either make them go a certain way or to hold them. Yeah, I've actually used it.
Just to detour them in a direction that I want them to go.
Yeah, or like they downed one of my teammates and...
use it to cover your ass.
Yeah, that's what I did. I actually threw it out there so I knew that they wouldn't push towards me. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
I mean, I think that's really... It's way better than a smoke grenade or something. I mean, smoke grenade, yes, will obviously help. But I do love the fact that I can use these score streaks either to, like I said, either try to take out my opponent, which is very hard.
Yeah, they only give you
you got the precision
airstrike. Three score streaks through this whole thing. I mean, there's 2 lethals, and then you have the UAV.
Yeah, that's it.
So,
which is perfect.
It is honestly perfect. Like I was kind of scared they were going to put in like hell missiles and shit like that.
I'd say this, maybe either swap out the precision or the cluster one with maybe a different one or something, maybe like an airstrike or something.
Well,
I think it'd be kind of cool. Give it more of like an actual military battle.
We already have the precision airstrike. I was honestly concerned about them putting in a hell missile.
Oh yeah.
You know, the one that you can fly down and steer.
Starts off it. Oh yeah.
Because I mean,
that would actually be a little too OP.
Yeah, if you're dropping down one of those from that high up, and you could drop it right on a squad. You know what I mean? Because you can steer it, drop it right where you want. I don't know. It seems like a little too OP. I think they have it kind of just right where they have the 2 airstrikes that you can call in that you don't personally get to steer. You know what I mean? You just get to call in the general area that it comes in. The
precision's got the big old binoculars, or the cluster's got that laser pointer.
Yeah,
you just put it in the spot you want, and you don't even get to choose if it goes left, right, up, or down. You know what I'm saying? You just hit it, go. And I love that, though, because I used it quite a few times. I've actually got 4 of them in my my last matches last night. And all 4 times, I just used it to detour my opponents. And, I mean, I've been finishing matches almost at... Y'all probably got way more than me, but I've been finishing my matches right around 10 kills now. So
hell yeah.
Yeah, but it's kind of cool. And none of them were with the precision strike either. It was just straightly just to get them to go where I want them to go. A couple times was to pick up an opponent, or a teammate. And the last few times were to just...
See, and that's another thing about this mode with how many players that there is and everything. I know that there's going to be some crazy high kill games because I mean, just from playing a lot of the other Battle Royale games out there, getting these really high kill games are kind of hard to get. Like, Blackout, for instance. I mean, just dropping... I mean, in the regular Blackout map, it doesn't matter if you're playing quads or duos or solos. Just being able to drop 10 or 15 kills is like an achievement. You know what I mean? Like that, it feels hard. Like even just to drop 10 kills in Blackout, you feel like a god. You know what I mean? Because that shit is like
hard.
Is hard.
Because you barely, I mean, you don't, depending on where you drop, I mean. If you
now, in this game, it's only been out for a couple days now, and I've already had multiple
double-digit kills.
Multiple double-digit kill games. And I'm not like... I'm a pretty good COD player. I'm a pretty good first-person shooter player. But, you know, I'm not like God tier.
No.
You know what I mean? I'm not like incredibly good. And yet, I'm already dropping multiple, you know, 10 kill games, you know, 12 kill games, 13 kill games, 14 kill games. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they come in like left and right. So I know that there's these crazy ass players out there that are probably dropping 20 kill games, 25 kill, 30 kill games.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm waiting to see some of the records that come out for this game.
Oh, by far, dude. I'm looking forward to it because I want to see because I'm actually gonna turn into a really big tryhard on this Warzone because I want to drop at least a 20 kill game myself personally.
I would like to drop a 20 bomb. I mean,
too.
It's
and I would be happy if I
have a feeling it'll come here soon.
Just one 20 bomb for me. I don't care if I reach 20 after that ever again. I just want one good 20 bomb game, and I want it to be my victory game, hopefully.
But that's the thing though too, like with the size of the map and everything, and like we're saying with how many players that there is, these matches last for quite a while too. Mm-hmm. Like your average BR usually lasts anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes, and when they last an upwards of 20 minutes, that's kind of stretching it. Like those are long matches, you know what I mean?
Those are the ones that'll piss you off.
Well, those are the ones that you can tell get kind of drug out. Like people really wait until the last second of the circle to find everybody, to finally kill everybody. This game kind of seems like your matches are lasting anywhere from
half hour,
20 minutes to a half hour.
Sometimes 35 minutes.
Well, I wouldn't quite say upwards of 35, 40, but I know it feels like that, but like I'm honest, I'm guessing these matches last anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes. I think 30 minutes tops. I don't see them really going past a half hour, but they are really, really long, especially comparing them to, you know, Blackout matches, which, you know, upwards, honestly, are lasting 20, 25 minutes. Like, and that's like maximum.
Right. I was gonna say like 15 or 20.
Well, yeah, that's more the actual average is, you know, 15, 20.
Especially if you're a rusher, you know.
This game really feels like 20 to 30.
Right, and that's with rushing too. That's like with constant, like not even stopping, just
you know,
just go.
These matches last for quite a while, but that's because you had a lot of ground to cover. You got a lot of people to take out, and you know it just does take a long time for the circle to finally completely reach to the final. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
That's the beauty of the circle in this one though too. Like I like that is the whole gas storm of this. You know, it's not too slow and it's not too fast either. I don't feel like I'm being forced to like haul ass just to get out of the storm either. Too.
Well, sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. Like because the one thing they did with this mode as well is that the storm is fucking strong.
Well, that's
like, you cannot spend any time in this storm unless you have a gas mask on, or else you will go down immediately. And there is no mechanic in this game for you to
heal. Yeah, you're done.
Well, there's no mechanic in this game for you to like super run really fast and get out of there. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Though,
if the storm starts to take you, you're done. You might as well just put down your controller and go, okay, well, I fucked up.
Yeah, see, I was actually going to ask, though, too, and I don't know if you've seen it, the detail of it. I mean, I could just be tripping. I could just be hella way off wrong. But sir, if you ever get a chance, like if you're close enough, or just for some reason you kind of getting a little bit of a boo-boo here, or any of you guys who are listening to this, comment below, because I want to know if I'm just tripping out. But it's like the storm, I swear to God, feels like it literally slows my guy down.
Of
like
course,
my guy
yeah,
starts choking and it doesn't, and my guy slows down. I can't run normal at all.
Okay, so
am I tripping? Or
one of the most important things for you to pick up,
gas mask
is definitely the gas mask, because that thing, it gives you, I think, roughly around 15 seconds to be in the gas before it breaks. Which is honestly a long time in this game mode, because without it just being in the storm for any bit of a couple seconds, you'll notice it deteriorates your armor and your health instantly.
Yeah.
And yeah, the storm does not fuck around in this game. So gas masks are really essential. If you find one of those, you see them on the ground, pick it up. Like it's not going to take away like your mutations or anything. It has its own little slot. You know, you got to have one of those. It's very essential.
What I'm saying, though. Like what I was saying is, I had the gas mask in it, and the storm was really far ahead, and it broke on me. And the second my gas mask broke, though, my guy went from running to like backed up, like somebody grabbed him and yanked him back or something. Is what it looked like.
Yeah, they really want you to not be in the storm in this game and not play in the storm. Like, okay, in a lot of other BRs, people use the storm to their advantage.
Yeah, like the blackout's the worst.
They'll go into the storm and then literally kill people while they're in the storm from that. Yeah,
I love this a lot more because even in blackouts, you just get a fucking Outlander, and that Outlander lasts like 20 seconds, dude. It's like an extra 5 seconds longer than the gas mask in this. It's ridiculous. I mean, obviously it's there for a reason, so you know they're just using this. I can't get too mad. But, I mean, I actually do like this aspect better with the 15-second gas mask. You're done. It breaks. You can't use it. You better get your butt out that storm and get into battle. So, and I love that. I really do. Over Blackout, this beats Blackout any day with storm comparisons.
Yeah, I mean, well, the games have a lot of different comparisons and stuff to them. Like I said in the beginning of the episode here, I really like what they did overall with the game. Like when it comes to just streamlining it to simplifying the game down to, you know, when they got rid of the inventory, they got rid of so many different ammo types and the armor system and everything. It's so much more simplified. You know what I mean?
You can tell that they really want you to focus on the battle aspect of this instead of the whole stooping up your guns and stuff like that. They want you to be able to just grab some stuff and just get into battle.
And pretty much go, yeah.
Yeah, it's like you said, they brought a lot of multiplayer aspect to this, which is really cool. I mean, I will say
But I honestly think just a little bit of tuning with the loot, because I find a little bit of too much... I mean, it's probably done on purpose, but, like, I don't know about you guys, but I find nothing but MP7s and scars everywhere.
Yeah,
that's pretty much it. You know what I mean? And it's like, how many guns are in this game?
Exactly.
Like, scatter a little more variety of weapons around the map, because I can only play with so many MP7s and scars. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, thank you. The MP7 does smack, but, I mean, I want to smack somebody with something else besides an MP7. Unless I find one red box. I mean, those red boxes.
Now, there is plenty of blueprints that you can find around the map. Like, and I should have saw this coming with, like, the blueprints from, like, multiplayer modes and stuff. When we would get the blueprints for, like, the different weapons and stuff. How they would also be a certain color. Like, whether they would be purple or blue or green. You know what I mean? I guess I should have saw this coming, that they would have been coming into BR like that.
Right.
Like, that's why they're color-coded and everything like they are. You know what I mean?
Okay, that's the one because I've noticed.
Because now they're in BR, and you know the type of rarity they are by the color of the blueprint.
Yeah, of course.
You know, whether the blueprint's blue, green, purple, gold. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I always find the gold and purples, and I found maybe one green weapon, but...
Yeah, no,
I mostly find purple and gold.
Greens are the uncommons, which only have one attachment on them, I think. And those ones are just found laying around. Yeah. So pretty much, it goes gray, green, blue, purple, gold.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, I mean, so.
But I mean, honestly, overall, I really like this game mode. I think that there's some improvements over Blackout, that they've taken from the previous year's COD. They've taken a lot of things from Apex Legends that I've noticed, like the pinging system. They've taken some things from PUBG and Fortnite, obviously, with like the looting system and the color coding and stuff like that. So they really did their homework when it comes to this mode, I think.
And it definitely shows.
Well, it does, but it doesn't go to say that this mode it does not have room for a lot of improvements.
Oh, of course.
Because it definitely does.
It does.
It's not perfect by any means, but it is a lot of fun, and it is bringing me back to this game, which is kind of funny because I don't even really think of it as this game. I almost feel like we got a brand new game thrown at us. You know what I mean?
You know what's funny is actually I do know exactly what you mean because I've not loaded up this game until Warzone.
I kind of feel like we got a brand new Call of Duty thrown at us, but it's not.
It's like where was this aspect when you first dropped it?
But I mean, I can kind of see why they did it the way they did it. You know what I mean? Because even if this year's Call of Duty was good, this is around the time of year that the yearly Call of Duty starts to die off anyways.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, right around the month of March is usually when Call of Duty starts dying out anyways.
And everybody's waiting for the next one.
And everybody starts waiting for the next one. They lined it up pretty perfectly to bring that hype back. To bring most of the people back to this game.
So you know what? Kudos.
Kudos to that, just because I think they lined up the timing just right.
Yeah.
Do I think I would have been liking to play this game a long time ago? Of course. Especially since... what we did get with Modern Warfare is just, to me, now makes 100% sense. For most of the things.
Most, but not
for
all of it.
Some of the shady shit, we can get into that later, but for the most part, when it comes to the design of the game and just the way that the playstyle is and, quote, their vision, the way the maps are laid out and everything... It was all made around the BR mode. Everything. Like, literally everything. All the way down from the blueprints of the weapons to the way they wanted you to play the maps in, like, the multiplayer mode. They're training you for the BR mode. Because, like, if you think about it, every mode in this game was literally broken down from BR. Like, it was taken from the ground up and broken down. Like, you have... Okay, so the whole picture... is Warzone. That's the whole game right there. Now, let's break Warzone down and break it into smaller chunks and sell it out as some separate game modes, okay? So let's break it down once. Let's chop it up into 5 or 6 different areas. And each different one of these areas, we're going to block it off, and we're going to call these our ground war maps. Okay? So, they chopped it up one time for ground war. Okay, then now you need some more, because you need multiplayer maps now. Let's chop it up a little bit more.
Think of it as like a giant pie.
You know what I'm saying? So let's chop it up some more. So let's get these little teeny tiny spaces, and let's put these borders around them, and let's use them as multiplayer maps. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, just pretty much take Battle Royale and slice it like you would a piece of pie.
So it was like... They kept making each mode smaller and smaller, but from the bigger picture. Mm-hmm. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir, I do.
That's why in multiplayer, you have all the houses and doors and alleyways and windows and...
Because you're literally
everything feels all crowded, and there's so many different ways to look from and everything, because... Do you get what I'm saying? They're making these maps just like they made the BR map. They're riding the same... You get what I'm saying? That same aesthetic, the same feel.
So even though you're playing multiplayer, you're also playing a version of...
Most of the multiplayer maps you can find in the BR.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And you can go there, look, that's all the same. So... You can't tell me it wasn't all, like, made, like, either from the BR mode or at least kind of made around it, so people are getting ready for it and stuff like that. I think that's kind of why they weren't just out there and saying, you know what, well, so this is why there's so many doors around the maps, and you know why there's so many buildings and alleyways and everything like that, because we're getting ready to drop this other mode on you guys, and in this other mode, you know, you're gonna always be having to look down different alleyways and behind you, and you know, up on top of rooftops and everything, because you never know what to expect and from where. Mm-hmm. Well, in traditional multiplayer, especially in Call of Duty, we want to know where they're coming from. We don't like surprises. You know what I mean? Like, we want to spawn trap and know where they're coming from. And, like, it's a different feel from Battle Royale. And I think that's where they messed up on this side of the game. You know what I mean?
Maybe they just tried too much at once or something? Or,
we kind of had the same problem last year with Black Ops 4. Like, granted, their multiplayer wasn't as bad, but they had a lot of the same issues with really high health and the stem shot and the body armor and all this other stuff. And it was all wrapped around Battle Royale. It was all wrapped around Blackout.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
I do. Okay.
Like, in the multiplayer mode of Black Ops 4, they were training everybody up to using stem shot and armor and all this other stuff, because you get what I'm saying?
I didn't actually think about that.
They were implementing the mechanics of Battle Royale into multiplayer, and kind of getting people prepared for it.
Now that you say it now, and now like, I could look back after you saying that, I actually didn't notice that, you know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't as noticeable for me, you know, for Battle Royale. For me personally, I never was into Battle Royales back then either, so, you know, Blackout was my first ever Battle Royale.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's actually kind of cool.
Well, I mean, I
like those little facts.
I've pretty much, as of now, I've pretty much played all of them. Like, I got some decent playtime in almost all the BRs that are out right now, besides Fortnite. And even that one, I've played a couple games in it. It's just not really my thing.
Yeah, see, I've tried Fortnite. I've tried PUBG.
But, you know, as pretty much everybody knows, I grind the shit out of Apex as of lately. It's pretty much my second favorite game as of right now. Call of Duty is always going to be my favorite. I just didn't really like this year's, you know. But Warzone is a lot of fun. I think it needs some tweaks. It needs some changes. But it's got a very, very solid foundation. And I think that they might be onto something really good here. You know?
Let's just hope they stick with it, honestly.
Let's just hope they stick with it, and hopefully Activision doesn't want to come in and stir stuff up with their dicks, because they like to do that. They like money.
Yeah, too much.
So anyways, we are getting upwards up to 40 minutes here, so I'm going to need to wrap this thing up. I really hope you guys like this week's episode. I'm going to be getting some gameplay for this here today. Anything you want to add before we wrap this up?
Honestly, guys, enjoy Warzone. I like the only couple complaints I had, that was it. Other than that, it's all positivity coming from me. So yeah, just keep on enjoying that Warzone, guys, and maybe we'll run into each other. You never know. So that's pretty much it, guys.
All right, guys. My name is Ghost.
My name is Victor.
Hope you guys have a great day.
Take care.
Later, guys.